Hi guys, welcome to today's episode of Flow Finding. It's a Flow Finding Friday, and I am super excited to be with you here today again. How are you doing? How's been your week? I hope you've had a very productive and a fruitful one. I hope you've had time to do the things that are important to you within the week. For my Muslim brothers and sisters that are fasting, I hope you're doing well as well. My name is Sunni Mallo, and if you're joining me for the first time today, this is flow finding. It's a process of making decisions that makes it easy for you to be, do, have, and create the life that you truly desire. And we have had a couple of discussions on this platform, ranging from goal setting, acknowledging resources, to managing your connections and your emotions. So if you have missed all of that, check my IGTV, catch up on the old videos, or head to YouTube and catch up on my previous videos as well. So thank you if you're joining me for the first time today. Today we're going to have a very quick conversation about something that came up for me yesterday. And if you've been following me, I made a blog post about it. I'll leave the link here after the conversation today. All right. So we're talking on choices today. It occurred to me, I had a conversation with someone yesterday, and I just got thinking to myself, you know how every day life is made up of a series of choices. Life is made up of a series of decisions that we make every now and then. From the moment we wake up to the moment that we retire in bed, we're consistently choosing to do something, choosing not to do something, or deciding between one thing or the other. So we're making choices and decisions consistently through the day. So in summary, you can say that the choices we make today result into the kind of future that you and I can experience tomorrow. Now, the part I was thinking about is, when you have made a choice sometime in the past, you probably decided to go to a particular institution, or you decided to follow a particular career path, or you decided to start a particular business. Now, some of us are lucky that we've made decisions, very great decisions, made good choices all along, and we're super excited with our choices. What I want to focus on today is those who have also made choices in the past. And today you look back and you're like, oh my God, what was I thinking? I don't know if it's just me or if anyone else has had that experience before, okay? If anyone has had that experience of, I wish I chose differently. I wish I decided better. It happens every now and then, actually more often than not. Sometimes in big events, other times it's small choices, okay? But whatever this is for you, I would like to hear how you've been handling it, especially when you sit back and you're like, what was I thinking? Right? So today, I want us to have a quick conversation on how we can now begin to, decisions and choices that you've made in the past are gone, but how can you take charge, and how can you begin to make better choices going forward? How can you begin to make decisions or make choices that when you sit down tomorrow, you will not have to regret, but you would be excited that you made such choices? Okay? So, first off, I will start again. Decide what it is that you want. And when I say decide, it's not about right now. It's about having an end goal, having a big picture in mind. Where are you headed? Okay? What do you want to create out of your life, your business, your relationships, your career? Have that big picture in mind so that every time decisions come up, you are weighing it side by side. Hello, Michael. When these decisions come up, you're weighing it side by side to the big picture that you have in front of you, to the big picture that you have created in your mind. And you're deciding if this works, if this would serve my tomorrow or not. Okay? Another thing that is important when it comes to making choices or decisions is outline your values. When I say values, is what are the things that are important to you? We make decisions consistently based on what are the things that are important to us. So if you do not take out the time to outline definitely the things that are important to you, then your decisions will keep going. Should I not? Should I pick this or should I pick that? But sometimes when your values are outlined, it's specific, and you have to choose either between health and maybe something else, maybe health or wealth. if you have to make such choices, it becomes easy for you if you have your values outlined. Let me give you a quick example. A couple of years ago, I was in a particular job. I already had a job, but I needed to raise more income. So I was considering taking a second job. And when I did that, the working hours that were given to me were now made it very difficult for me to cope. So at that time, I had to make a decision if I had to keep both jobs or if I had to, hi Cynthia, how are you doing today? Or if I had to stick to, one job because of my health. Once I started a week into it, 2 weeks into it, my health was giving me challenges. I was falling sick. I wasn't having enough time to rest. I was stressed. So when it came to that and I discovered I had to make a choice between my health and the wealth that I wanted to create, it was this easy because on my hierarchy of values, health comes before wealth. So this was for me a personal example. I don't know about you. What are your values? Have you outlined the things that are important to you yet? The things that are important to you in relationships, the things that are important to you in your career, the things that are important to you even in life generally. It helps making decisions easier, okay? So first of all, I said have a big picture. It would make your decision making more precise and clear. Secondly, outline your values, the things that are important to you or not. If you have a value, personal development is key on your list, and maybe you have fun also on your list. You have to decide which comes first, which comes second. That way, when you have to choose, when a choice comes up, it's easy for you to know which one to go for. Okay? So now I want to talk quickly about those decisions that we have made in the past. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. It's really nice to know. It's really good to know. Now, I want to talk a bit about those decisions that we may have made in the past, and we're looking back and saying, what was I thinking? In my previous session, I've said something like this. I've said that everything you chose to do at a point was something you really wanted. It was something you wanted. Maybe today you're looking back at it and you're like, what was I thinking? But at that time, it was something you wanted. So first of all, I would say be kind to yourself. Hi, Mara. It's good to see you. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge that, yes, you made that decision at the time because it looks good for you or it was something that you really wanted, okay? So you have to acknowledge that at the time I made this decision, I made this choice because, well, it looked good. I chose to date this person at the time. I chose to take this job at the time because it was what I had or what was available to me. However, today, looking back, you're thinking, no, this is not what I want. So when you find yourself in that place as a result of former choices that you have made, one of the first things to do is ask yourself, is there something I can do about this situation? I've made a choice before. Is there something I can do to change that now? Hi, Petra. Ask yourself that. And if there is something, more often than not, I've discovered there's something. For instance, if it was a decision you made to date somebody, you can decide today to say, oh, no, I am not doing that. But if it's a decision you made to date somebody that ended up in marriage and you can't walk out today, then you also have a choice to decide to put in the work, go to counseling, seek help to build the marriage. So whatever it is, ask yourself, is there anything else I can do to improve this choice that I had made last time? Can I improve on it? Can I do better? Then take that action and improve and do differently what it is that you want. Life gives us sometimes the opportunity to redesign, the opportunity to do again. I said sometimes because other times there are decisions that we make that are life-changing and we cannot go back on it. They cannot be annulled. All right. So something that is key that I wanted to share today is our choices and consequences come together. They cannot be divorced. So every time you make a choice, you are agreeing to go with the consequence. And which is something that a lot of us don't consider sometimes. When you're choosing A, you're agreeing to go with all the results, all the consequences that go with that decision A. And if you choose B, the same thing happens. So life is made up of series of decisions and choices that we make consistently. My question to you today, and as you go into the weekend is, are you deliberately choosing? Are you consciously choosing, or are you just floating through life? Because not choosing is also a choice, right? Not deciding is also a decision. So are you consciously, are you deliberately choosing to create the life that you want? Are you making choices that would result in the tomorrow that you want? For instance, the choices you're making in raising your children today, will it give you the result you want tomorrow? Would your children turn out the way you want them to be? The choices you're making at your job today, deciding, okay, they don't pay me enough to put in all that work, all the choices you're making at your career and your job today, will it result in the career that you want tomorrow? Would it give you the outcome that you're looking for? All right. So if you're joining me for the first time on Flow Finding, take out the time to catch up on my past videos. Today, we just talked about choices. Be deliberate about making your choices. Be conscious about making your choices. And I said one way you can do that is have a big picture for your life, for your relationships, for your career, for your finances. What's the goal? Where do I want to go? So for instance, if I have a big picture for my finance and there's a particular place I want to arrive at, every time I'm making a decision that is financially related, I'm looking at that big picture. Does it support this big picture? Does it help me achieve it? Does it help me get there? The same thing in relationship, the same thing in career, and the same thing in life generally. The second thing I said is outline your values, outline the things that are important to you. The same things are not important to me and you, okay? Money is important to some people. Money is not important to other people. It doesn't make it good or bad. Health is the most important thing to some people. Other people, health is not. The second thing on their list is probably the third, fourth, or fifth. And that's not bad, okay? There's no good or bad. It's just you consciously deciding what works for you and the life that you want to design and the results that you want to get tomorrow. So if you're on here and you've listened to me and you have questions, please drop it in the chat. I would like to take them quickly before I go off, okay? I would like to take them quickly before I go off. So if you've made decisions in the past that are affecting you, take a moment to look at, is there anything I can do about it? Can I change something? All right. Either you can change something, or if you are not able to change something, what you can do is learn to adapt. Learn to be flexible to enjoy it. I was having a conversation with a lady a couple of days ago, and she said, oh, there was this young man that proposed to me and I really wanted to marry him, but I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I said no. So I asked, okay, is this person still available? Is this something you can still work on? And she goes, no, the person is married with kids. And I go, but this is something that's lasted for years. And this person looks at it and is feeling sad and is regretting and is thinking, I should have done differently. Now, this is a decision that you cannot go back and undo. This person is married and is happy, but you wish you did that. So what you can do in instances like this is to learn to adapt, learn to emotionally, physically, mentally, okay? Learn to work on yourself so that you're able to live with it. Work on the regret, work on the guilt you feel so that you're able to feel better and do better tomorrow. So this is me today cheering you on to making better choices and decisions, because at the end of the day, the choices you're making today will bring about the future that you create tomorrow. Somebody say, can you show me my future? The truth is your future is consistently changing depending on the decisions and choices you're making on a daily basis. Your future is consistently changing based on the decisions and choices you're making on a daily basis. So from me to you, choose better, decide better, and choose things that would support the life that you want to create. So thank you so much for staying with me on Flow Finding once again. My name is Sunni Mallo. I look forward to hearing from you. Please click the link in my bio. You would find resources that I have made available there. You can also get access to my blog posts, my blog, so that you can read the updates. I would like to hear from you. If you want me to work with you one-on-one, send me a DM, Sunni Mallo on all social media platforms, or sunnimallo1@gmail.com. I would be glad to work with you. I have had an opportunity working with some of you on this platform, and it's super, super exciting. So reach out, and let's support each other on our journey to finding our flow. So thank you once again for joining me. I would see you the same time next week, Friday. Don't forget, I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to read your comments. I'd like to answer your questions. And if there's something you want me to talk about, do reach out and let me know. All right, then. Thank you, everybody who joined me today. Do have an amazing weekend and a great, great week ahead. Bye-bye.